1, 2, 3.
Hello everyone, I am BeBetterGamer and welcome to BeBetterGamer Wrestling, the channel dedicated to wrestling video games fueled by my love, passion, and obsession for them. I am BeBetterGamer and it's the return of the monthly update. It's been a while since we've done one of these. May 2018 to be exact. I was on a roll for a little bit in the beginning of the year, last year, but then I fell off big time, but they're back, the monthly updates. I've actually had a few requests to bring them back over the past year, so I'm excited to start them again. This update will sort of be a broad overview of 2018 and also a little bit of an overview of what I plan to do for 2019, not just for BeBetterGamer YouTube, but also BeBetterGamer on Twitch. A lot happened in 2018 here on my channel and also on Twitch. And first thing I want to do is I want to thank everyone that supported me in some way, whether if it's you just following me on YouTube or Twitch, liking my videos, leaving comments. I read all the comments. Thank you so much for keeping things positive, joining me on Twitch, retweeting me on Twitter, following me on all my social media accounts, donations, subscriptions, everything. The love and the support that everyone showed me last year as I committed full-time to both these channels was extraordinary, and I appreciate all of you. I say it every time when I stream, I say it every time I make a video, so I just want to say it once again. Thank you all for that. It helped make 2018 a great year. It was a learning process last year, doing everything full-time. I didn't upload as much as I wanted to on YouTube. And starting out on Twitch was kind of a struggle, learning everything behind the scenes. I was unfamiliar with all that stuff. But eventually, I would say maybe halfway through the year, towards the end of the year, I started to get a hang of things on Twitch. I started to get into a good flow, a good rhythm. Unfortunately, I had backlogged a lot of my ideas and a lot of my plans for YouTube. So the end of the year, I started to see an uptick in sort of what I was doing behind the scenes, similar to how I started at the beginning of the year, but like that good solid middle year chunk was really rough for me. So I've been working sort of behind the scenes on how I can restore that balance, which was a topic that I discussed many times over last year, finding the balance of producing on YouTube and finding the balance of streaming on Twitch. And this year with YouTube, I'm gonna make sure I try to put a lot of focus on producing videos and getting them out in a consistent, timely fashion. Right now I'm aiming for 1 video a week. My ultimate goal eventually is like 2 to 3 videos a week. And right now I'm not even like saying, oh, it's gonna be every Wednesday, it's gonna be every Friday. As long as like it's within every week, I feel like that's at least keeping me on a consistent schedule. What I ended up doing with Twitch was last year I was streaming 5 days out of the week. And that was fun, but that was a lot. And on that 5th day, on Friday, I was not streaming wrestling games. I was doing co-op connection with my friend Kedem. And, you know, I was also streaming with my wife, Drunken Homemaker, because I felt like streaming wrestling games 5 days a week, that would have just been crazy, right? Who can talk about wrestling that much, right? I mean, I can, but I shouldn't. It's not healthy for me. And I decided that instead of just doing 5 days a week, let me cut it back to 4 so I can get my Friday back in a way where I can use Friday to work on YouTube stuff. So going forward in 2019, if you go to my Twitch channel, that's twitch.tv/BeBetterGamer, there's descriptions down below. I'm sure by this point I've probably put it on once or twice that you can see. But you'll see my schedule there for the month of January and then probably soon for the month of February. I always upload my schedule to a spreadsheet with a link on my Twitch page. I also always update the events page on the Twitch channel. I know a lot of people don't even use that, but I do because I like the visual look of it, of having the images and the dates. And it's gonna be Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and wrestling games every day. And then Fridays, Saturday, Sunday, I won't stream. I know I have a lot of fans here on YouTube, but the reason why I always keep talking about Twitch, because I feel like we're having a lot of fun over there. A lot of great things are happening on Twitch. I feel like Twitch, you know, what I'm doing on Twitch is not really, I would say, a competitor to what I'm doing on YouTube. I feel like they complement each other well. You know, with YouTube, I can make very focused videos on the wrestling games, but with Twitch, not only are we playing a bunch of the wrestling games that you see on YouTube or will see on YouTube in the future on my channel, but, you know, we get to talk about what's happening live in the world of wrestling, and I love that. And last year, like I said earlier, it was a lot of work to get things up and running on Twitch, but now I'm in sort of this rhythm where I just put a game on, I stream, and I'm ready to go. If there's any technical difficulties, I know how to fix it usually. For the most part, it won't take me longer than a few minutes. And there's been a lot of growth already on the channel. Just the other day, I reached 300 followers. I have a few subscribers. And I reached a lot of donation goals last year, which I was extremely surprised about. I gotta be honest, I thought like I was gonna get like 1 donation goal, maybe 2 all year. And we ended up hitting 10 donation goals. They were all video games. I'm very transparent about my donation goals. I want people to know that when they donate to me, it's going to be going to something that I can use for the channel, that either a wrestling game I'm going to stream or a wrestling game that I'm going to make content for on YouTube. So I want to show you some of the donation goals we got last year, because I'm very excited that we got all these for Twitch and for YouTube. So the first donation goal I put up was Natsumi Championship Wrestling, which was an NES game based on a series of Japanese wrestling games. It actually had the All Japan license, and then when they ported one of them over, because it was a trilogy, when they ported one of them over, they called it Natsumi Championship Wrestling, and they changed everyone. And I'm going to be doing a YouTube video on that series, hopefully later on, you know, in a few months, you'll see that. But that was digitally over the Wii Shop, which just closed, by the way, or is closing, depending on when this video gets released. Lucha Libre AAA, I actually turned the game inside out because I thought the insert cover was really cool. It has all the stars of AAA there. And so yeah, we got, that was a donation goal. We played that on stream. We played TNA Impact Wrestling, which wasn't as awful as a lot of people made it out to be. I mean, it definitely probably doesn't even crack into my like top 10 of favorite wrestling games, but we had a good time. I had to beat everyone on the roster with Shark Boy. I think that was the highlight of the stream. Fire Pro Wrestling D, it was so great that we reached this donation goal because it was a game that was a big part of my collection back in the day, and then when I had to sell most of my video game collection, this was one of the things, unfortunately, that I had to sell. And we played this leading up to the release of Fire Pro World, which we'll get to in a second. So I'm sure we'll return to Fire Pro Wrestling D though in the future. I have a lot of ideas that I want to do for YouTube and Twitch still with this game. Smackdown vs. Raw 2007 for the Xbox 360. Got it used at GameStop, so it has a different case. We actually just finished this about a month or so ago. I went through the GM mode, which was interesting, and I want to make sort of a follow-up video about the GM mode and my feelings towards it, because I thought I was going to be able to exercise all my creative ideas, and really I just ended up playing the meta, so that was challenging, but we did it. We won. We got the trophy. WWE AllStars. I can't believe I missed out on this game. WWE AllStars. We are currently playing this right now on Twitch, and it is a fantastic game. It's so fun. It's so over the top. It's so ridiculous. It's right up my alley. Love this game, and I'm excited to keep playing it. Every week we get back to it. It's such a great game. Definitely gonna make videos about this too. Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain. I know a lot of you are looking at this and like, oh, BBG, why haven't you done anything on Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain yet? I got it, but I'm waiting to play it on Twitch, and I'll play it soon. Once we're done with AllStars, Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain is the next game I'm gonna be playing on Twitch. A lot of people, when they're not talking about No Mercy being their favorite wrestling game, a lot of people always bring up Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain. So I'm very excited to play this, and man, look at Brock, man. What could have been if he had stayed. King of Colosseum Red and King of Colosseum Green, same Pokemon. This is wrestling. It reminds me of Pokemon. So excited to play this as well, because these were actually made by the developers of Fire Pro. And what's really cool about these games was this was on the PlayStation 2, where if you had both copies of the game, you could import the rosters into each other. You know, one roster has New Japan and Noah, and you know, the other one has All Japan and like Pride, and you know, it's really cool. I only played a little bit of these games back in the day. My friend had them, he imported them, but I never really got a good run on them, so I'm excited to play these in the future. Right now, King of Colosseum 2 is a donation goal, so I'm sure we'll get through the whole series eventually. Fire Pro Wrestling World. This was a big donation goal. It was the biggest donation goal I had all year, and that I achieved, I should say, all year. And I never thought this game would exist. I never thought we would get Fire Pro Wrestling World. And as you saw, I just recently uploaded a video on Fire Pro Wrestling World, but we got this the day it came out, and I've been streaming it ever since, at least once a week. So if you want your Fire Pro Wrestling fix, once a week on Twitch, I'm always streaming Fire Pro Wrestling World every Wednesday, usually, unless there's like a major New Japan event, then I'll stream it on like that Monday after. But I had to borrow my brother-in-law's PS4 in the beginning because I didn't have a PS4, and I told everyone, if we reach the donation goal somehow, some way, we're gonna play Fire Pro Wrestling World. I'll do whatever it takes to get that game and play it for you all. And my brother-in-law was kind enough to lend me his PS4 for a bit, but on Christmas, my mom and my sister were actually kind enough to get me a PS4. I'm still their kid. They still love me, and they still buy me video games every now and then for Christmas. So now I'm still streaming Fire Pro Wrestling World once a week. So check it out, and you're gonna see a lot of Fire Pro Wrestling World content this year. So as you can see, all these games that I have now part of my collection, not only have I been playing them on Twitch, but I'm also gonna be playing them and making videos for them on YouTube. Another game that I don't have here because I had to download it was WWE 2K19. I bought it digitally on the Xbox One, and I've also been streaming that once a week on my Twitch channel. Now I know what you're saying. WWE 2K19, BBG, what are you doing playing WWE 2K19? You're an Aki fan. You know that No Mercy and Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 is better than WWE 2K19. How dare you? You're betraying us. I'm not betraying you. Don't worry about it. I actually have been enjoying WWE 2K19.
Recently, I completed the AJ Styles $1 Million Tower and submitted to the $1 Million Challenge, which I'm not gonna lie was one of the main motivating factors in playing WWE 2K19 as much as I have. I had to get really good at the game really fast, and I will make a video about that tower and how I completed it soon. You can check out my promo video I submitted for the competition by clicking the info card on the top right of the screen. Let me know what you think. My wife helped me direct it, my kids make a cameo in it, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, you can help me by sharing it around on social media. Maybe letting 2K know on their Twitter feed that BBG should be the one to face AJ Styles.
But I've been having fun, and I have a lot of ideas about what I want to do with WWE 2K19 and the kind of videos that I want to make that I don't really see on YouTube. I don't really see a lot of videos on a lot of these games on YouTube, and that's where a lot of my focus is going to be on this year. Not just the Aki games. I'm still going to do the Aki games. Don't get me wrong. I love the Aki games. It's my favorite wrestling series, and there's still a lot of videos, a lot of ideas that I've yet to bring to YouTube with those games, so I'm never gonna stop making those games until I run out of ideas, and I have so many ideas, I don't know if I'll ever run out of them. But I do want to make videos on Fire Pro Wrestling World, WWE 2K19, and a lot of the games that you see here, and a lot of other wrestling games that I've yet to play. So look forward to that in 2019. It's going to be a little bit more of a diversified wrestling games channel. The world of wrestling as we know it is changing. There's so much wrestling content. There's so many different promotions. Just like how I say you shouldn't just watch one wrestling promotion, you should watch several different ones. I also feel like we should also be playing several different wrestling video games, whether they're new or old. It's always great to see the differences and what each game has to offer. So yeah, so that's it. Again, like I said, a very broad general overview of sort of what was happening in 2018 and what to look forward to in 2019. A lot of big plans, a lot of big ideas. But you know, I want to save the specific stuff for a lot of the monthly updates that are going to come down the line so that you see what I'm doing month to month. Hopefully I'll make it past May. I'm gonna make it past May. And you know, I'm not gonna just make it past May and get to June. It's like, well, I made it past May and then I stop at June. Like, I wanna keep it up all year. I wanna continue to be transparent. I wanna continue to not only stream on Twitch, but make a lot of great stuff on YouTube and keep building my YouTube channel. We're getting close to 2,500 subscribers. That's crazy. I didn't even realize I was getting that close. So I want to keep building upon that. Again, thank you everyone for your support. Follow me on twitch.tv if you want to support me there. I really appreciate the follows. I really appreciate people showing up and chatting, whether it's 5 minutes or a couple of hours. If you feel so kind to send a donation my way and help me support getting the games for the channel. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription and you have a free Twitch Prime subscription that you're not doing anything with and you want to kick it my way, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'm excited about 2019. I'm excited to see where we go. You know, with this community, I'm trying to build more relationships with other wrestling game channels, joining different Discord servers, communicating with other Twitch streamers. So a lot of growth, a lot of movement in 2019, and I'm excited to see where it all goes. And I thank you all once again for helping me get there. So that's it for this month's video. I am BeBetterGamer, and until next time, you know what to do. Keep watching all the wrestling.